I want to take a moment to wish Ben on a happy birthday. 4 years old today. And it's really an important day because his father Ken told him when he turns 4, he gets to go on his very first fishing trip. So happy birthday. Enjoy your day, Ben. Thank you so much for being such a good boy. And I hope you catch a really, really big fish. Happy birthday.
You're invited this Sunday, February the 23rd. It's the Friedman Adventures Surf Fishing Event.
Really looking forward to seeing you Sunday, February the 23rd from 6:30 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. for our big surf fishing event. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy it. Come on down and enjoy the Friedman Adventures family.
Don't forget, it's this Sunday, February 23rd, 6:30 in the morning till 9:30. You can park right here on Anderson Street and Pacific Coast Highway, Sunset Beach, California. You can also park on the other side of PCH if you can't find parking. Walk out on Sunset Beach and hang a right, and then walk down to the action. There's going to be some prizes given away for the biggest fish, and you'll be able to test out the new Friedman Adventures fishing line. And don't forget, remember to go buy Big Fish Bait and Tackle on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and PCH and get 10% off when you mention Friedman Adventures.
Good Saturday morning, my dear friends, and welcome to Friedman Adventures. Hit that like button. We have some incredible lingcod fishing going on for you here this morning. The tribute runs out of Seaforth Sport Fishing in San Diego. They made the 120-mile run down to Punta Calinet, where they are experiencing epic lingcod fishing this morning. They've got 90 lingcod on the boat by 10 a.m. Saturday morning, along with 40 vermilion rockfish. Tremendous fishing, as you can see in the photos. All of those fish, or most of them, I should say, are being taken on artificials like bouncing an iron or fishing a big plastic lure. Man, it's fabulous fishing. And if that's not good enough for you, it is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful weather down there at Punta Calinet. Great day and a half trip on board the Tribute. It doesn't get any better than this. 90 links, 40 vermilions by 10 a.m. this morning. Rock and roll. What a great bite.
Captain Ihara Nunez from Lucky Sport Fishing in Ensenada, Baja, California. But today we find her in San Quintin, 140 miles down below the border, where the yellowtail bite remains excellent. Surface iron yellows are biting full speed down there, and Captain Ihara couldn't resist taking advantage of it. Great fishing in San Quintin, and it's so good to see Captain Ihara out catching yellowtail and having a great time. San Quintin is on fire.
Good Saturday morning, my dear friends, and welcome to Friedman Adventures. Hit that like button. We have some incredible lingcod fishing going on for you here this morning. The tribute runs out of Seaforth Sport Fishing in San Diego. They made the 120-mile run down to Punta Calinet, where they are experiencing epic lingcod fishing this morning. They've got 90 lingcod on the boat by 10 a.m. Saturday morning, along with 40 vermilion rockfish. Tremendous fishing, as you can see in the photos. All of those fish, or most of them, I should say, are being taken on artificials like bouncing an iron or fishing a big plastic lure. Man, it's fabulous fishing. And if that's not good enough for you, it is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful weather down there at Punta Calinet. Great day and a half trip on board the Tribute. It doesn't get any better than this. 90 links, 40 vermilions by 10 a.m. this morning. Rock and roll. What a great bite.
And don't forget, you'll be able to meet Chris Rank from Colder Ice right here in Surfside, California for our surf fishing event. Colder Ice. Just sprinkle a little bit on your ice. It'll reduce the temperature by at least 20 degrees and also make your ice last a lot longer. If you can't make it to our surf fishing event, then make sure you go see Chris at the Your Saltwater Guide booth at the PCS show and check out Colder Ice. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja, California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hey, good Sunday morning, everybody. In just a couple of hours, 6:30 to 9:30, here in Surfside, California, we're going to be doing our surf fishing event. If you're up super early here on Sunday morning and watching this, there's still time for you to join us in Surfside. We'll be here till 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's going to be a great day, and I cannot wait to hang out with each and every one of you. In case you haven't guessed, we pre-recorded this so I could be on the beach to meet everybody here on Sunday morning, but we've got a lot to talk about. Yellows all over the Baja Peninsula. I am loving that good bluefin tuna signal and sign. We're also seeing some really good signal in the surf here recently. There's been some barred perch fishing that's been good, but some nice halibut. And as we move into the spring, we're going to see the grunions start to come up on the beaches here, and it should get even better. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh, my goodness. Is that good? Good Sunday morning to you all. It is great to be with you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Share these videos everywhere. Subscribe to the Freedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. Also, if you could follow us over there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcast, and Spotify, that would also be deeply appreciated. All right, I mentioned this is pre-recorded because actually I'm going to be down on the beach. I'm making a few little breakfast burritos to hand out to the first guys that show up here. So I'm looking forward to really greeting everybody and having a great day. And I'm not sure how many people are going to show up. I'm hoping it's a good crowd, but if it's 3 people, we're going to have a lot of fun. Kids can run around here and have fun. It should be great. All right, let me get you caught up on what's going on. And in Baja, California, we continue to see such great signal on yellowtail. I'm going to talk about closer to home in a moment. But down in Cabo San Lucas, the bite on yellowfin tuna, if you can get out there, if the winds subside, you get out, you know, about 20, 25 miles, find some dolphin pods. Man, there's some good yellowfin tuna fishing. Now, you got to have days that are not that windy. You got to find the pods of porpoise. You got to have pods that are holding yellowfin tuna. All that is in there. So while it's not a given that you're going to slam those things, it is within the realm of possibility. A few marlin, not many, occasional dorado and wahoo still being taken inshore. Pretty lively on the Sierras and small roosters. We're seeing some pretty darn good fishing on amberjack in there. It's been darn good fishing if you want to catch a variety of different species on the inshore area. Moving you up the Baja Peninsula in La Paz, the capital of Baja California Sur, you can find some really great yellowtail action with our friends Jonathan and Jill Roldan at Tail Hunter International. They're fantastic people, really wonderful people, and they can make it happen for you on these big yellows right now. But wind, got to get days that are not windy to make the crossing, to make bait, to fish Sorava or Espiritu Santo Island. And I am talking yellowtail. Oh, I'm seeing the pelicans back here again. That's certainly a good sign. Haven't seen them for a while. That bodes well for fishing later today here on Sunday. You got to get a day where there's not much wind. They're 20 to 40 pound yellowtail. They're big, they're tough, they're hard to stop on 60 pound. It certainly has been a lot of fun on the yellows there out of La Paz. Loreto, we're seeing really good yellowtail action. That keeps going on and on and on in several locations. Same thing in Mulahe. And then as we move you up, down there in San Quintin, 140 miles below the border a couple days ago, as you well know, our friends at K&M Sport Fishing thumped on the yellows, and that continued. There was more good yellowtail action yesterday, so really great yellowtail action, and it's great to see that they're up on the surface, biting the surface iron. Yeah, there's still some yo-yo ironfish down there. There's a lot of rockfish if the yellows don't bite, but it's good to see those yellows up in the water column, a sign that spring is sprung or springing. It's headed in the right direction. No question about it. Up there in the Collinet area, we mentioned to you that the Pacific Voyager was there the other day and had great, really big lingcod fishing going on there. They've been doing really well on the ling, so that is good to see. And other sport boats that have been down there here really cashing in on some superior rock fishing. There's a lot of yellows around. Somebody's going to get zipped big time on the Forkies down there at Collinet, which is 120 miles below the border. Now, getting you up a little bit closer to home in the Ensenada area, barracuda, yellowtail, big bonito. May not be every single day, but it's really coming together and looking better and better every single day. I'm loving what we're seeing 70 miles south of the border in Ensenada. And they've got plenty of sheephead and whitefish and big reds. All of that is still there. In case that surface bite does not manifest itself, you got a very good chance of catching tons of bottom fish and going back and having some great fish tacos. You know, most of the operators in Ensenada, when they bring you back, they'll start to process your fish, fillet your fish. And while they're doing it, they'll put together a beautiful sashimi plate and serve it up to you while you bond with the captain and crew and really have a great time. I love it. Baja hospitality, nothing like it. I think you are going to enjoy. So really good signals down there. And one thing about Ensenada, we look down there here in Southern California because it's a preview of things to come. So look out. We might get zipped on some yellows up here in this neck of the woods. And who knows, maybe some early season gar, early season barracuda. Wouldn't that be something very, very special? Popotla is just below Rosarito Beach, and we continue to see some really excellent fishing there for Carlos Cortez. And Cortez Sport Fishing, he's been doing great. As the Pelican Patrol is back here, look out. It's going to be a good day here on Sunday. Get down here for our surf fishing event. We're going to be thumping on them. I'm telling you, I haven't seen those guys for a while, so that is a great signal and sign on the beach here. And again, we are pre-recording because I'm going to be on the beach with all of you, and we're going to shoot a video, by the way. Definitely shoot a video. You're all going to be included in it with your prize catch or anything else you'd like to do, including send your love and best wishes to family members and friends around the world. That would be my pleasure to provide this platform for each and every one of you. So it should be a lot of fun. All right, let's get into Southern California. And basically what we're talking about on the sport boats is sculpin, whitefish, occasional halibut, occasional bass, mostly sculpin and whitefish. There's been some good halibut scores the other day, 4 days ago or so, on the Dolphin out of Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. They had 10 halibut, including a 27-pound halibut that came up from the depths and ate a hook-up bait right in front of everybody. Everybody got to witness that. That was really thrilling. Native Son continues fishing halibut. They'll be out here today. They had 2 halibut the other day. It's been a little bit slower here recently, but that'll pick up. There's been some nice big sculpin taken. However, Dan Lightfoot was telling me that the sculpin they caught were big fatties. So that's good to see. The Monte Carlo half-day boat out of Redondo, they continue to fish over there and do well. Out of San Pedro, 22nd Street, they do pretty well on the sculpin, just about every trip, whitefish, that kind of thing. So there's still fish to be had. And the weather's gorgeous right now. It's like summertime. This Sunday, we're going to have 74-degree weather. A little bit later on in the day today, it is going to be spectacular. It's going to be so beautiful here on this lovely Sunday. So I'm hoping you're going to be able to join us here this morning. If not, we'll keep you up to date on everything, and I'll release the video from the day's activities a little bit later. Catalina Island, kind of slower fishing over there, but you catch some whitefish and blue perch. There's an occasional bass, occasional halibut. One of these days, somebody's going to crank some good numbers on white sea bass and or halibut. That's right there in the offing. Fingers crossed. Pursuit 22nd Street. They've been going over there on a regular basis. And even though the El Patron is not running trips right now, you can still book a charter on the El Patron by going to www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Highly recommend you do that. You're going to love the El Patron. Up there out of Ventura Sport Fishing, 20% savings if you book before April the 1st. You're going to want to get on the Island Spirit. Daniel Hadaway and his crew provide you with a memorable experience every single time out. We're going to be doing several trips with them again this year. But if you look ahead, get your calendar out, figure out what days you want to fish, you can book 20% off the cost if you do it before April 1st. So don't delay. Figure out when you're going to fish up there, book your trip, save 20%. And you can do that by going to www.venturasportfishing.com or by, of course, giving Saul a call at the office. He's a great guy and a good friend of mine, 805-676-3474. Highly recommend you do that. All right, as we take a look at the surf here in Southern California, we are anticipating a lot of fun here on the beach this morning. There's been a little bit of bar perch. It has not been wide open by any stretch of the imagination. That water feels pretty warm though, and those pelicans flocking around here, that gives me a good feeling about fishing here this morning. Hopefully it's going to be really, really good. So once again, a little bit of bar perch up and down the coast. Long cast fish from All City Baits. He was making really long casts here the other day. He ended up with 4 fish. I think he had a corvina, he had a yellowfin croaker, might have had a spotfin croaker. He had all kinds of stuff, but it was long cast, that is for sure. And he picked up his bait at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California, right there on the corner of PCH and Seal Beach. They'll knock 10% off your bait this morning. And every day, just mention Friedman Adventures, and they'll take really good care of you. All right, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun here this morning. In case you're watching this good and early in the morning, you've got time. We'll be here from 6:30 until 9:30 in the morning. We've got a high tide combining with sunrise, and that always is magical and really good for fishing. Have a great day, my friends. A beautiful Sunday. I hope to see you in a couple more hours here, unless you're watching this later in the day. Then you'll probably be watching the video of what transpired here. It should be fun. Have a great one. And if I don't see you in a couple hours, I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friends.